Hey guys, your boy 4ID, and I'm back with another episode of 4i Talks. So today we're going to be talking about how to start as a creator. And the advice of today is chase quantity and then chase quality. Have you ever wondered why there are celebrities, artists, or creators who start out creating, get successful, and for some reason keep creating for such a long time and stay relevant for a long period of time without burning out or without stopping, while there are other creators who start out and have a hit or maybe just that very high hit and then they falter or they go down or stop creating in general, and maybe they start being called the one hit wonder. Have you ever wondered what the way is and how it is that people have those problems? So there are many reasons why those things happen. There are many factors that come into that. But today I'm going to be talking about one of those factors, which is an advice, and that is to chase quantity and then chase quality. You can say after me, chase quantity and then chase quality. And so this is something that I've tried the two sides of, and I've learned that whenever you chase quality, there's always a rush, there's always a gratification from people that you get when you create quality. And quality is something that you cannot fight. Quality is something that is always a good thing to have. So I will never tell you that you should not chase quality. But one thing I've realized is that quality can be very hard to keep up with, especially when you do not have the commitment to it yet. So if you create something that is quality, it's always a very good thing to create that and give that hit. It always makes people so mesmerized by your creation. But one of the issues about creating quality is that most times it takes time to create. These things take a lot of breaking or jumping over obstacles to do, and the reason why it can be a problem is you might not want to do that the next day. You might not want to do that when you become successful. So what will be the point of you creating quality if everybody already hypes you up for what you created in the first place? Or what you, let's say you do something and the first time you ever did something, because you did it so well, you did it so well that everybody is so hyped about it, and so doing it again or topping that would be a problem. And because you don't have the commitment to creating over and over again, it becomes hard for you to go back to doing it again, and that's how you just leave it alone. And I've had this issue before when I was creating and I created something good in the first place, and topping that became and not really a problem, but topping that became stressful to do on a daily basis. So one of the biggest things I'm learning right now is to go for the quantity, go for the quantity, and not quantity in the sense of just doing things that one of them is going to make it, which can be a good thing, can be helpful, but that's not what you're chasing now. What you're chasing with quantity is being able to remind yourself that you're the kind of person that will show up tomorrow. So if, let's say, you're going to do exercises, and let's say you're going to do push-ups, somebody told you to do push-ups, and on the first day you ever did push-ups, the person told you you should do 200 push-ups or you should do 300 push-ups, which is very good, can be very helpful, and it's a quality way to work out if you could do that every day. But because you do the first 300 push-ups the first day and you make that goal and you get it right, doing it the next day is a whole different ballgame. Now your body is sore. Now your mind is not even on it. You're not really seeing the reason that you should be doing that. And at the end of the day, you just get so tired and you're not going to do it again. But if you are doing your exercises, and let's say you start with doing 50 or 10 push-ups every day, or even 50 push-ups every single day, and you do it for a month just to convince yourself that you're able to work for a month first. Once you do that for a month and you convince yourself that you're able to do it over and over every day, then you can start doing the progressive overload. You can start adding the extra work. You can start saying, okay, maybe I can do 70 today, maybe I can do 80 today. But because you've already convinced yourself that I would come back tomorrow, you don't really have to chase that highest quantity. You don't really have to chase that highest quality anymore. And that's something that many celebrities have learned to do in the first place. When they start out with probably even the most mediocre music. Maybe they start with a good bang or something, but at the end of the day it's mediocre compared to where they are now. And that's because they just want to be able to convince themselves that they can always show up to the studio, they can always show up to create, there are some artists that just draw stick figures every day. And you start out drawing those stick figures, and then you go into cartoons, and then you go into anime, and then you go into realistic drawings and all of these things. And it helps to start out in the easiest way possible. And when you start out in the easiest way possible, dish them out. Create mass production. Tell people that it is possible. Remind yourself that it's possible for you to show up every day. And that's something that I'm trying to do now, because when I first started up making my YouTube videos, I was trying to add the edits, I was trying to do a lot of things, and I remember that because I was going into that perfectionistic mindset, I was taking so long before I even made my first YouTube video that I posted, which really wasn't still good. You can go on and check my last YouTube video. It really wasn't still as beautiful as expected it to be. The sound was bad, the video was too exposed, and all of these things. But that's just the main thing. When you get so hyped about the quality, you always fall short, and when you fall short, it will discourage you from doing it again the next time. And even if you don't fall short, the attention that you get for that quality might still fall short. There's a lot of things that can fall short, that is better for you to do things and just dish them out without that mindset. But like I said, chase the quantity and then the quality. So there's always a point that you get to. Like for me right now, I'm thinking of making like 100 videos before I even start thinking of chasing quality or chasing people's attention. There's always going to be a point that you get to that people start to ask you people start to expect better from you. People start to expect a better style from you or a better work from you. So if you're an artist, there's a point where you might be drawing a face every day, and somebody is one day after drawing a face for the next 100 days or something, one day you will tell yourself, or somebody will ask you, why are you not drawing the legs, or why are you not drawing the full body, or why are you not adding some background to it? And that's when you start attacking quality, and that's when you start taking more time. So if you're making artworks every day, let's say you're an artist and you're making artworks every single day for the next 2 months, there's going to be a point where you ask yourself, how can I take more time creating one thing? And then you go into creating one work for the next 3 days, and then go into making one work every 1 week. And that one work is always going to be much better. That one work you make, it's going to take in more of your time. It's not going to be you creating one work because you don't really want to do much. You're going to be creating one work because you know very well what you need to do, and you know what you are going for, and you have a better mindset of what you want to do. Like I said, once you can convince yourself that you're able to do this over and over again, it's easier for you to create then. And the beautiful thing about doing it at that point is that the only thing that you have to change is the quality of your work. You don't have to change your workflow. You don't have to really change your mindset. You don't really have to change your commitment to the work or your consistency. So a good example of this would be drawing every day. So if you showed up to drawing every single day and you drew whatever was just laying around, the moment you start to put quality into it, the only thing that you would have to change is the quality of your work. Let's say it should just be what you draw or how long you take drawing one thing. So you don't really have to change your commitment to the work. All you have to do is change the kind of work that you're making. When you find a new style that is better off, you're only changing the style of the work. You're not really changing your commitment. You don't really have to start telling yourself like, I have to show up every day again, because that's something that you're going to do. And even when you start having success from making the works every day, or making a very good work, let me say one of your work blows up, you're not really over attached to what the attention that you're getting from that particular work, because you know, I'm still going to have to do this tomorrow, whether or not what I do tomorrow gets the same attention as what I did yesterday. you're still going to have to do it, and you've convinced yourself that you're doing it, so that's enough for you. So that's basically what it is. Like I said, chase the quantity and then the quality. Go for the quantity, go for the consistency first, and then you can start going for the attention that you're getting, or you can start going for making a better work than you were doing in the first place. So I hope this was helpful to you creators. Leave a like, comment, share this post to your friends and colleagues that will need this information, and I will see you next time. Thank you very much for listening, and remain 4ID. Peace.